always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact that you can see them well. I mean, so it's like, trust. It takes too much energy to not trust someone. I mean, it takes too much energy. You always gotta stay 2 steps ahead of them, whatever. But trust them to be them.
To be themselves.
Trust the snake to bite you. Trust the lion to laugh. Trust the thief to steal from you. Like, trust them to be them. But know them when you see them.
Get your copy of Fire. It's definitely a must-read. If you enjoy hood books, this one is it. Just like the title of the book, it's officially Fire. Get it on Amazon, paperback or Kindle.
Peace. This is the Enemy's Public, and I am Bro.Nasir. I have with me the other part of the dynamic duo, Talk Your Talk Media, my brother Greedy Vegan. Salute to you, good brother. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing grand, brother. I'm doing grand. How about yourself this evening?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. I don't know if you wanted to do music. If you want to play some stuff, are you able to play some stuff over there on your side? I don't know if you want to do some music first.
No, I ain't even set up to play now. Not on my
end. Okay. Because I'm going to allow some people to come in. I can do so if that's what you want, brother. Allow some people to come in before we get to the subject matter. All I gotta do is go to YouTube and then share my stream, and and then just allow some people to come in.
Yeah, I mean, however you feel, bro. Whenever you
yes,
feel.
Yes, sir. Play a few songs. Allow the people to come in, and then we can get to the subject matter.
Yes, sir.
The subject matter is: are being religious and righteous conduct the same thing? That's a good question, because we got a lot of religious people in a lot of religions. But is it the same as conducting yourself in a righteous manner? That's something that we need to get into. And that's something that we will get into this evening.
Right. So, that's interesting. When you hit me earlier and you brought that to my attention, you sent me that through a text message. And I read it and I said, man, he's gonna ruffle some feathers today, man. But it's all good. I'm with my comrade, man.
Yes, sir.
I used to be a religious one myself. So, give a little perspective on it, try to just build with you a little bit. I may have some questions that come along, while you be doing your spiel. So yeah, you lead the way, comrade. We'll make it happen.
Yes, sir. Let me find something, brother, that we can play and just allow some people in, and then we'll get into it.
Sir.
Want to allow some people to come in first before we get into the subject matter. But I was thinking about that, so let me hit the brother with it, because that's the kind of bills that we have. I got so much stuff. I gotta erase some of these playlists, but I got so many playlists. I gotta erase some of these things. I can barely find what I need to find. Let me get back over here. We're gonna go to my nephew real quick. Brills and Lonnie. Caught in the moment.
Ella, la da 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 da. Oh 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 oh. It's Ella, it's Ella, it's Ella, baby. I woke up with you, all about my bed. I look once at you, started counting my bread. Said I ain't supposed to be here, got caught up in the moment. Same shit ain't night, forever in the chosen. You know, and I know that this time that I roll. Only free time I got is after my show, yeah. I'm caught in the moment, caught in the moment. I'm caught in the moment, caught in the moment. I'm losing my focus, yeah. I'm caught in the moment, caught in the moment. I'm caught in the moment, I'm caught in the moment. I gotta stay focused, yeah. Low end at the 7 on my watch, baby girl, it's about that time. I got somewhere to be, girl, I gotta get it up about my ride. And you ain't supposed to be here. It was just a moment. It was just one night. And you ain't even know it. You know and I know that each time that I roll, only free time I got is after my show. I'm caught in the moment. Caught in the moment. I'm caught in the moment, caught in the moment. I'm losing my focus, yeah. I'm caught in the moment, caught in the moment. I'm caught in the moment, I'm caught in the moment. I gotta stay focused, yeah. Don't come looking for love, because love don't live here.
Peace to the brother Big Dog, Philly OG, and the true daughter of darkness. Thanks for tapping in.
You see my life, you want this right here. I told you, girl, now it's time to disappear. Caught in the moment, caught in the moment. Caught in the moment, caught in the moment. I'm losing my focus, yeah. I'm caught in the moment, caught in the moment, caught in the moment. I'm caught in the moment, I'm caught in the moment, I'm caught in the moment. I gotta stay focused, yeah.
We'll play one more song, brother, then we're going to get into it.
Yes, sir.
Tahasa Genius, my other nephew. Freestyle, Jay-Z freestyle.
Kendrick in the chat, man. Peace to all the relatives.
Yeah. Genius. Look. Nigga with attitude is back. Swag on 100 with an attitude to match. Heavy verse in funeral. Eulogy of raps. Got niggas like them. It's sad the way he had to do the track. Look. Cause everything I touch, I tend to body. Shout out to the young G's coming up behind me. The young me did a bid, paid his debt to society. Bunch of niggas fled, but a couple stayed beside me. And my niggas still clutching in that lobby. Hustling and pack while they puffing on that lobby. Muscling back if you suckers wanna try me. Cause I done seen the scrap turn into a fucking homie. And I know his hitters still trying to line me. So I guess I gotta melt niggas like pastrami. When I drop, they gon' shelf niggas, that's on mommies. Flex hit his verse, I guarantee he gon' bomb me. Cause they never seen a flow like this, like gel food. Bet you I'ma blow up quick. I'ma keep shooting even if I throw up bricks. Cause eventually it's gonna be a show enough switch. I'm a G and I ain't never had to throw up shit. Where I'm from, my young boys gotta grow up quick. Got the game on lock since I sold up zips. Just no tie gon' shine like a glow up stick. Damn. But first I gotta tie up all these loose ends. Hard times showed me to my true friends. I've been seeing life through a new lens. Just know my motivation is a new Benz. I told her she can hang, but that dude pins. I'm rolling with the gang, bring some cute friends. But don't you get no funny ideas, cause my cousin Samir always walk around with 2 twins. I call them shits T and Tamara. Empty the whole clip, that's freeing up the barrel. Dinners with gold tips, I'm fleeing my apparel to get rich as a road trip, that's even if it's narrow. But I'm gon' ride till the wheels fall. These niggas ain't thorough, they just feel hard. Me, I call the shots like the drill sergeant. The plug got locked, but I'm still charged. Quarterback in the pack, I'm Cam Newton. Singing, I happen to rack my swag stupid. I've been doing this since I was a kid hooping. When you got it for this long, you can't lose it. When you got a team this strong, they can't move it. Niggas try to steal my style, but can't boost it. I'm just trying to fill my pile, advance to it. It's just paper, Prezi, and time, my clan too lit. My clan too lit. Just paper, Prezi, and time, my clan too lit. Picture, baby. Let's go. Look. And I don't give a damn if they shoot, cause they don't wanna see me when I start the plane in my group. These snakes creeping through my garden trying to land on my stoop, but the grass cut, guess you could say it's animal poop. While y'all was out getting high, mixing cram with the goose, I was serving this 85, mixing clam in the soup. I've been hanging in the trenches, I'm the man in the noose. If you a soldier, then why the fuck you abandon your troops? Niggas claiming they the realest while I judge them by their dealings. It's been a little minute, but you fucking with the illest. The upside is crazy, you can play the villain. If I loosen up this tie, I'll be busting out the ceiling. But they don't even get it, shit went over their head. I'm feeling like a killer, plus I'm close to the edge. If you don't wanna be the reason why they toasting the dead, let me eat, cause I'm the nigga that's supposed to get fed. When I still had a couple left, niggas still double check and watch a nigga date, just to see if they in trouble yet. Been away for 8 and niggas still ain't start the bubble yet. Guess they in the way, my city waiting on another vet. And I don't mind being a savior. First I got some niggas to find, that's on my way up. My mother told me leave them alone, cause they ain't worth it. But I told her, Mom, my mind already made up. These niggas gotta feel it, yeah, I'm talking about my rap. Cause they been in my way like they was walking in my path. I hear these niggas talking about they talking out they ass. When niggas talking about tie, that shit resulting in a blast. When I get off my shit, my niggas gotta love it. My city been going in and I'm a product of it. And after this, I better be the topic of discussion. Cause truth is you ain't going to find out how the subject. I need that type of paper that the scholars touching. That type of dough when you get it, you ain't got a budget. I need that type of paper that the scholars touching. That type of dough when you get it, you ain't got a budget. Has it?
Tahas the genius.
Man, that was dope. That was dope. He was going in. Now, that's a classic beat too.
Yes, that's the nephew. Peace to my brother Juan Truth. Thanks for tapping in, brother. Yeah, the topic is, are being religious and righteous conduct the same? And let me start off by asking you that question, brother. What do you think? Do you think being religious and righteous conduct are the same?
That's a crucial one, I'm telling you, bro. Ever since you hit me early, I've been thinking about it. I would say that the religion is supposed to make you righteous, right? It's supposed to, but from my experience when I was very religious and I was really indulged in it like that, from what I noticed, that a lot of people who were religious or believed in their religion, they wasn't really living according to the law. They wasn't practicing it in order for it to make them righteous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree. And with my sojourn, my living, I found that people who say they have God and people who are religious are some of the surly and meanest people I have encountered. And they could recite the Quran from Al-Fatiha to Al-Nasr, and they know the Bible from Abraham to Zacharias. And when you see how they behave, towards the people, towards the people who they say they're trying to serve. See, my sentiment is that we are supposed to be servants of our people. And if we don't know how to treat our people, if we don't know how to stand and act on behalf of our people, and some people think because of what that gets you closer. You know what I'm saying? don't really want to tell people what religion they should go under, because that's not what something I want to do. Me, I would rather come to a brother and sister and make them just that, a brother and sister. See, we argue too much about these religions, and to me, what I've seen it cause nothing but division. Even, Christian to Christian, Muslim to Muslim, because we have some Muslims that say the Nation of Islam practice shirk. And,
Okay, hold on. What's shirk? What's that?
Shirk is shirk means that it's undesired. It's how I put it. It's undesired. It's not practiced right. It's like sinning. Shirk is like sinning. It's not it's like we're not practicing it the right way. And I would say what make it shirk, and they can never say what makes what the Nation of Islam practice and the way they practice Islam shirk, and then that they'll just refer to what the Quran say or what the Hadith say. And with their lack of understanding, they do that because the book Quran does not predate us. That's a book that was brought into a world that already existed.
Right.
And Islam was something that we practiced before Prophet Muhammad. I tried to explain that the other day. Prophet Muhammad.
Explain that now from your perspective. When you say Islam is something people practiced way before, what do you mean when you say Islam is something people practiced?
Okay, Islam as a way of life, not a religion, was practiced before Prophet Muhammad came. As a way of life, it was practiced. But when Prophet Muhammad came, Prophet Muhammad made it a religion because his followers wanted a religion. Islam only means submission to the will of Allah. Okay? And we did that prior to Prophet Muhammad, those of us who were doing it. But a prophet don't come unless the people need to be reformed. If the people are doing what they're supposed to do, there's no need for a prophet. There's no need for a reformer. There's no need for a warner. If the people are doing what they're supposed to do according to the religious text. But
all right, so let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you. All right, so from my understanding, and the way I was taught through my elders, which was, I would call it Christianity today overall, but it was the Hebrew, the Israelite perspective, the Hebraic understanding of the Bible, right?
Yes.
They taught us that basically before the Quran and before the New Testament, you had a Torah. Now, would you say that Torah represents what you are calling Islam? And when I say the Torah, I'm talking about the laws, statutes, and commandments on how man and woman is supposed to live and conduct themselves. Would you call that itself Islam?
Emphatically, yes. Emphatically, yes. See, a lot of people, they take Islam as a religion. Islam as a religion is, is different from Islam as a way of life, because a lot of people changed it and corrupted it. There's racism in Islam. See, Prophet Muhammad's followers wanted a religion. So Prophet Muhammad gave them Islam as a religion, submission to the will of Allah as a religion. But prior to that, that's what we practiced. And I see with the righteous conduct, I see people by definition practicing Islam who are not even Muslims. By definition, they just good men and women practicing Islam, and they don't even know they're practicing. By definition, they're practicing Islam, but by religion, they don't, they don't subscribe to religion. They're just good brothers and sisters. But those who are say they are called by that name, wicked as hell. Wicked. So that's why I asked the question, are being religious and righteous conduct the same? No, it's not. It's not. Because we have a whole lot of religious zealots. I don't care what faith they come in, that get mad at a brother and sisters because they don't believe like they do. And it causes the division, it causes the bickering, the arguing, and the disrespect. That's why people don't want anything to do with religion. Because it's caused too much disrespect.
And that, do you think that that's an ego thing? Because see, we get ready to go there. I got many questions when it comes to this. And I can only speak from my experience, because when I was out there teaching, I used to put myself in the position of one of the prophets. And I'm gonna tell you, like, for example, in the book of Jeremiah, the Lord said, he said, Jeremiah, I'm going to put my words in your mouth, and it shall be like fire when you speak it to these people, and it shall burn them up, right? Now, when I was teaching and I used to get in my groove and I remember certain points, I used to have elders and other women and, other brothers too, would tell me, like they like Zakar, because that was my name back then. My Hebrew name was Zakar. And they be like, Zakar, you gotta tone it down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? People will get the message better if you tone it down a little bit. If you know what I'm saying, you kind of coming off a little boastful, a little disrespectful to some. They may take it that way. And I used to take it egotistically as it's supposed to come out that way in order to make them feel it. It's supposed to come out harsh. It's supposed to come out and ruffle some feathers. It's supposed to burn their asses up. And now that I look back on that, and I know for a fact that it used to be me being ego driven because I felt at the time that I knew what I was talking about. So do you think that it's an ego thing that people that like unaware, like unknowingly that they have or that they create in themselves when they learn that religion and it makes them, carry themselves in that manner?
I think it's the ego, and I think it's also self-righteous because of your exegesis of the scripture. You being able to understand and knowing how to teach the scripture, sometimes we'll get boastful and self-righteous and holier than thou. All because of what we know, not necessarily of how we conduct ourselves or how we treat people. See what you said you used to do? You said you used to burn the brothers and sisters up with the word, right? But you're not catching yourself back then. So that's not the way you get your people to gravitate what you're trying to give them. Right. You're gonna scare the hell out of them and run them away.
Hmm.
And you felt like that's how it's supposed to go back then. But that's not how we're supposed to teach people. But, again, all the people I've, and not all the people, but a lot of people I see, I'm not going to say all. I wouldn't be truthful because I know some good brothers and sisters in all faiths, some good ones. And then I know some who like, wow, this brother can recite the Quran. He can read the Bible. He knows all the hadith. He knows the Torah. He knows all this. But he can do all this, but he's unjust to himself. He, what I'm saying, he's unjust to himself. He don't know how to treat people. He talks bad about people. He do the same thing that the average Negro do on the streets. But he knows all this, which is even worse. Because once you know and understand, all of us, once we know and understand, we're supposed to go according to what we know and understand. But it's not necessarily what we do when we know and understand. And then some of the conduct that I see, a lot of the brothers do concerning, their lifestyle. Is this what you want to call it? I know brothers who can't get off the block, but they're going to tell me I got the fake Islam when they can't even get off the block. Brothers on the block wearing a kufi, selling our people poison, going in and out of prison, selling our people poison, but he got the correct Islam and I don't.
Oh, man.
Brother beating the hell out his wife. But I got the fake Islam, but you beating your wife and you're going in and out of prison for selling drugs, selling our people poison. You on the block wearing a full dress, but you slinging. Full Muslim garb, but you're slinging. But the brother in the FOI uniform's fake. Who's conducted himself, who's in the projects, cleaning the projects up, telling our brothers and sisters that we shouldn't be treating each other a certain way and who we shouldn't be selling drugs or bringing our community down. That's the fake Muslim.
Man, I done heard so much stuff with that, man, going back and forth with the different, what you would call, I don't know if you want to call denominations of Islam, but have you ever heard this before? I remember I heard somebody say this to me. Now, they ain't say it to me. They said it to someone I was having a conversation with on the street. They said that he didn't know that he was wearing the suit to cover the caveman and his tie was a representation of a noose. Have you ever heard that?
Well, the straight tie is what's called the noose. That's why the brothers wear the bow, and the brothers wear their bow ties or clip-ons. You pull on that, you're gonna pull it off. The straight tie was considered the noose. Malcolm even said that. The straight tie was the noose. But the bow tie, you see them on with the uniforms on, or you see them on, you pull on that, you're going to pull it off. That's not a tie, the kind that you tie, the bow tie that you tie. That's a clip on.
Right.
Because, FOI is security. You're not supposed to be able to make anything they're wearing a weapon used against them. You pull that on. That's why everybody gets searched. Everybody gets searched that goes in the mosque. Even the ones who search you, they got searched. Everybody, from the minister to the FOI to everybody gets searched. I don't care who you are. If you're going on the women's side, the women search the women. The woman who's searching you, she got searched too. So therefore, if anything happened in that mosque, it's going to be hands. That's it. That's how it goes. It's going to be hands, and they're going to handle that.
Yeah. And you know what? You know when you ask the question pertaining to the title, because I feel like we have a good understanding of what religious is. But you know, according to a lot of people, they'll give you many different understandings of what righteous is. Like some would say it's subjective.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, so I think that the religion overall, the principles when it comes to the law that you apply to yourself, to the individual self, I think it overall is supposed to righten the ship for anybody. But I still have an open mind to want to question, is it a cultural thing? And if so, whose culture? Like, you know, because, you know, these are the questions that will come up, and people, you know, with the powerful minds that we have, the skepticism can go as far as like what you see today. And you know, a lot of the conversations and a lot of the builds, you know, it's many different perspectives on what a certain book or a certain scripture in the book is saying. Many different ways someone can read it and tell you it's saying this.
Yeah, they get their own perspectives of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like I don't want to say that that's the reason for the division, but I know that being the way that most people think, and I know me, because I got a crazy, you know, mind like that, where it can think beyond like that and question stuff sometimes, where it can be, you know, sometimes a bad thing to my own self. But
you know, if the scripture spoke plain language and gave clarity, we wouldn't have so many perspectives, brother. If it didn't talk in all kind of goddamn riddles and everything, we will have clarification.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why people can come and give their perspective of a particular, you know, what this mean this. And a lot of them, you know, they want to, you know, tailor it to themselves. They want to tell it to, oh, it means this or it means that. But they're tailoring it to themselves because some of whoever's speaking, or they don't mean this because they want to make it seem like it's what their narrative is, or that law that we're speaking about. 9 times out of 10, they're guilty of breaking that law, and then they want to use deceptive intelligence, making their evil fair seeming. That happens a lot also, because we'll always hear somebody say, "Nah, it don't mean that, it mean this." I mean, clarity is better than having to guess. And I don't see any clarity when it comes to scripture, because it used these metaphors, these similes to say one thing and mean another. Nah, that's, you know, we need clarity when it comes to a law. Because you can't say, okay, no left turn here, and then you go right, and you say, nah, there's no right turn either. You're supposed to go straight. No, I need to know which way I'm supposed to go. The signs say no left turn. I'll make a right turn. You're gonna tell me I can't make either turn. Tell me no, keep straight. So I know to keep straight. I don't need nothing to tell me one thing and mean another.
And you know, look, and check this out. I don't know if the Quran teaches everything. I know that it has a similar foundation as the Bible, as the Torah, with Adam, with Eve, you know, Noah, you know, the prominent figures, Abraham and stuff like that.
Yes.
But does it have like a book of the law? Like it says, you know how in
Yes.
Exodus all the way to Deuteronomy, it got, you know, thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do that. Does the Quran contain those types of
it has the law. Yes, it does has law. And not only that, brother, a lot of our understanding is not. See, that's where I differ from a lot of people, and that's because of what I learned from the teachers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, is that that Christ figure is praised much, right?
right?
And he's worthy of praise, right? According to what they say he did, right?
Mm.
He's praised much, and he's worthy of praise. Do you know what that means? What I just said. One who's praised much and who is worthy of praise. That's the meaning of Muhammad. See, that Christ figure, his followers were called Christian. That's not what he was. He was in total submission to God, right? According to what was taught in the Bible, right? Jesus, right? What I just finished saying earlier, the one who was told what Muslim mean, one who submit his will to do God's will. That's why my understanding differs. That's why the nation teach out all the scriptures, because we don't consider Jesus as a Christian. Because he greeted the people, Shalom Aleichem. The same way, peace be unto you be peace. He greeted the people the same way. And if we have these Abrahamic monotheistic religions, the one God, people don't understand, brother. The one God, brother. Abrahamic monotheistic. Monotheistic only means the one God. That's all that means.
All right, so I ain't gonna say I agree with everything you just said in that perspective when you look at it from that way. Now, when we move forward today and you see all of the division within it all because of the different books, like I'm trying to put it in the right words when I question this. The reason why I asked you, did it have the law? Because the law that one submits themselves to is what's going to make them righteous. Like their faith and their belief don't make one righteous. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like the law, like you said, that total submission to change your life or to start applying that law into your life is what's going to make you righteous. Now, the reason why I was asking you that is because I know in the Bible particularly, I'm not too versed in the Quran, but I know the Bible particularly, in Deuteronomy, there's laws in there for the children of Israel to make people of other nations outside of themselves servants to them, to make them but not their people.
Yes. You know,
now
you're right, brother. That you're triggering my thoughts with your questions and your statements. You're right.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Like I said earlier, there are laws in Islam They're restrictive laws, especially in the Nation of Islam. We have what we call a provisional. I wish I can grab it. It's right in my living room. We have what they call a provisional constitution. Because remember the word nation. We're a nation of Islam. We have laws and bylaws that will actually have you kicked out if you don't obey these laws. And you know, it's our constitution as a nation. Certain things that you must do and certain things you cannot do. Ministers have to have a wife. They want brothers to be married. They want sisters to be married because they don't want all that foolishness going on that go on in other sanctuaries. They don't want that. It's a whole lot of things that, you know, restrictive laws. They're called restrictive laws. That means these laws are obligatory. They have to be followed. If you want to, you know, remain in good standing in the nation. Because I was never a Sunni, so I can only go by what was taught in the nation. Right. Yeah, but there's definitely laws, brother.
Yeah, and I know that those laws, from the way I was taught and the way I understand, when I was out there, like you say, soldiering, I was out there getting it in, bro. The way I understood it was like, and I still see it that way today. Like when I read, if I was to read the Bible today, I'm pretty sure I might see some things, you know, that I didn't really recognize before. I'm not gonna say that, but I know overall, I know the theme, the major storyline, that the children of Israel is supposed to, like you say, submit themselves to their high power and be righteous servants through that law.
Yeah, well, you know, you're right.
But see, this is the thing though, where I'm going with it though, like I was explaining, you know, even though it's righteous for them to live that way, but to the people who are not the children of Israel, that may be taken as a servant for one of them.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. I see that a lot when I see the brothers on the street, you know, giving the information. You know, they like, especially when it comes to like Africans. Some of those brothers, especially with the ISUPK cats, they don't like Africans. They don't see them as their brothers and their sisters. And I seen some, I seen some things based on the bloodline that they don't see certain people as their brothers and sisters based on that because they're not considered the children of Israel.
Right.
I've seen that before, but you know, when we start dealing with spookism, if they say God help those who help themselves, and you're looking for something outside of yourself, you're gonna die waiting. You're gonna die waiting. In the climate that our people are in, our people have been in, it would be foolish for us to not take, measures to ensure the safety of the people when they're under your protection. When they're under your protection. See, a lot of people think that, okay, if you believe in God, God is going to be the one who stop a bullet from hitting your ass. It don't work like that. Taking the guns out the people's hand and not allowing them to bring them into your sanctuary and making sure they don't have them in your sanctuary, that's wisdom. That's wisdom, because if Malcolm would have held on to that wisdom, he would be living today. But he let somebody creep that up in his head that they shouldn't search that day in February. In the very first time there was no search procedure. The brother was assassinated. That law is put there for a reason, because we know that we got an open and consistent enemy. We have an open and consistent enemy. And we have a what they call domestic enemy that would think that he's doing God a favor by coming into a sanctuary and assassinating somebody speaking on a rostrum. So that's why we search. That's wisdom. There's no spook God that's going to save nobody. Because if you're waiting for a God or any person outside of ourselves to change our condition or save us, you're going to die waiting. Because why? The people before us died waiting. People before them died waiting. And everybody that comes forth, and they're going to say, hold on, our Lord and Savior has come, or our Lord and Savior is coming. When all you got to do is look in the mirror and behold your Lord and Savior. Right there. That's your Lord and Savior. You. Nobody's coming. Nobody.
All right, I got the question of all questions. This can be the question of all questions, right? And when it comes to righteousness, and we understand that these writings came later on. And not only did they come later on, but they came about by different, like these writings are not something that's like universal. Like they have become universal throughout people migrating and spreading it throughout the earth. But they started in a single place by a particular culture of people. So what I'm saying is, like, when it comes to establishing these writings or this law system or this wisdom or this knowledge, this system of belief or this system of spirituality, whatever we want to call it, when it comes to establishing this, is it safe to say that it is only considered to be righteous or good to the people who established it?
That's a good question. And you know what? And you're right. You're right, because they establish it for themselves. Because if you look at how some of the brothers are treated when they go to the masjid, they're considered converts.
Right.
They're considered converts. If you ask any, they're not. Okay, it's not theirs. They're converting to it.
Right.
So what was they before they converted?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's a recent convert or she's a recent convert because they joined the masjid.
Yeah.
That's how it is, because it was it's established for them, by them. Kind of remind you of something else, right?
Man. So, like that now, see, now we can kind of see why it brings about a lot of division and confusion.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be acceptable of everyone. And only those who actually know it's their cultural practice, or those who, like you said, who convert and take it on as a cultural practice.
Exactly. Exactly. I was taught years ago, the best thing that you can do when you in this walk, brother, my religion, I have two things that I consider my religion. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and want for your brother what you want for yourself. That's it. That's how I walk. I want for my brother what I want for myself, and I do unto others as I would have them do unto me. That means if you're out here mistreating people, you want that for yourself. That's it. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Treat people how you want to be treated. So if you're treating people messed up, you want to get treated that way. That's it. That's it. If you are a disrespectful, condescending person, you want that for yourself. You want that energy to be thrown back at you. That's what you want. It's just what you're given. And that's what I do religiously.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think that we come out the womb with righteous morality, or do you think that has to be taught?
You know what? The unrighteous conduct is really what's taught. See, you know, it depends on who you're left at home with. It's the society that when you go out, society say no good mother would teach their child unrighteousness. Okay.
Right.
But when we go out into the wilderness of North America, that's when we learn a lot of our wickedness. Socialization, brother. You know what's learned in socialization today. Look at social media. That's socialization. You know, some children, like somebody knock at the door and mom say, tell them I'm not here. That's teaching your child to lie. But you don't want that child to lie to you, but you saying, tell them I'm not here.
And you know, I think about this shit, man. You got my mind going over here now. And shit. I knew this was gonna be a great build, man. Like, cause I think about it, man. You know, like I can only, you know, just my own living experience, and I can think back as far as I can remember me being a child. And I can say,
hold on. To kill switch, I just explained what righteous is. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. Whatever you do to somebody, you must want that for yourself, and want for your brother what you want for yourself. Unless you are a self-destructive person, you want good for yourself. So you want good for your brother and your sister. That's righteous. And nobody in particular can determine what that is. Nobody can determine what that is.
Because, you know, I'm thinking and shit, you know, like when I was young and I was growing up, and I remember in particularly, like we was in the hood. We was, you know, uptown, Northwest, DC, 80s, when I was young. And I remember everything that I can say that I reflect, that I remember I was getting in trouble for, shit that I was doing that was bad, or you would consider, I mean, I guess what we would call an unrighteous deed, or you know, a not so good act to be doing and shit like that. it was things that my mom's actually taught me what was right and what not to do. It's just like, like the child, the baby, going to touch the hot stove, going to crawl around and put everything in their damn mouth, and until as they age and keep growing, the parent train them and teach them not to do so.
Indeed.
Not to do. You see what I'm saying? So the reason I'm going there is because, even though we know that our parents taught us a lot of right, what's right and wrong growing up, which would be considered establishing righteousness in their children, bringing them up to be righteous people.
Yes.
And a lot of that.
Trying to anyway.
Yeah, trying to, a lot of that, I don't know, I'm not going to say for sure, but I know a good percentage of it came from the Bible, came from them looking at it as it's not godly, it's not, it's a wicked thing, it's a sinful thing, it's a bad thing, it's foolishness and stuff like that, but it's all coming from a certain source. I'm not going to say 100%, but a good percentage of it.
Indeed.
Is tied to the righteousness or the morality that was, applied from the writings.
Yes.
So that's why I'm asking, like, do we really believe that? I mean, like, let's look at the world today. Like, it's certain tribes that's not which is colonized, and they live a total different way, and they may do things a total different way, and they may slaughter things, and do other shit that we may, because the way that we're raised in the society we live in, we may look at that shit as it's unrighteous. It ain't right to be doing, but to them, it may be the right thing to them. You see what I'm saying?
It's a cultural difference, because I know, like, Hindus, I know Indians and stuff, and they don't want to see nothing killed. Some of them dudes, they're like, oh, don't step on that bug or whatever. They adamant about that.
Right.
But some people, you know what? Spray that joker, kill it. It's in my house. It's really a cultural difference. That's what it is. And that, causes misunderstandings also. The cultural differences causes misunderstandings. So what some people think is deplorable is just another person's culture. And that's why I said no one person can actually determine what righteousness is. Can't.
Wow, that is so deep, man. Wow. You know what I think? I think that it's a not only a cultural thing, but a generational thing as well. And the reason I'm saying that, comrade, is because just from what I have studied and what I feel, I have a good somewhat understanding on how things was in different generations before us and how it is now. Like, we're facing different trials and tribulations that the ancestors may not have been, and vice versa. You see what I'm saying? So
yes.
I think that our living experience in this generation and what we see collectively that is harmful to us, and what we can agree on collectively that we can do something about, can establish a righteousness within itself through our actions of working together collectively like that.
Yes. You know, the generation gap is another problem that we have. That's another problem we have, a generation gap. Because when some of us say that the people who came before us dropped the ball, but you looking at the ball and you don't pick it up. If those before us drop the ball and you see the ball, you're supposed to pick it up and score for us all. Being that you recognized that the ball was dropped, that kills me when people recognize something that's wrong. You recognize, you can point it out, but you're not dealing with what you see. You the one see it. You should deal with what you see. Don't tell the world that you see it. No, you deal with what you see, and you solve that problem with what you see. In a nutshell, bro. If I see something, I'm gonna deal with it.
In a nutshell.
Not say, "Oh, Greedy, look at that." Now, if it's something that I need your help with, I would ask you to assist me. But if I see it, a problem that need to be solved, and I'm going to complain about it, now I'm supposed to be doing something about that instead of complaining about it. Because, you know, the little bit of yardage that our people came before us gained, we enjoy today. And complain about them dropping the ball. That's bullshit. They did the best with what they had. Now, with all we have in information, we can get information in the clicking of a mouse. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't. And they did a lot more than we have done with very little. Not as much as we have. Right now, you and I, you are in Maryland, I'm in New Jersey, and we're talking. They couldn't do that unless they got on the phone. And guess what? If you called me, I wasn't home, somebody got to take a message, say, Greedy called. You got to wait till I get home. Now I can call you wherever you at, brother.
Right.
Okay, where you go, I can call you. Wasn't like that back then. Only people who were able to do that was the military with cell phones.
That's a fact, because I remember that era, and I'm not as old as you, but I remember that era. That was when we was using our minds. You had to memorize everybody's number.
Bro, let me tell you something. Back then, you knew everybody's number verbatim. Now, I just learned my own number. I don't call me. I used to have to go in my phone to get my number to give to someone. I had it so long that I finally remembered it. Back then, you know, you go and I see a name and I press call. That's how I get in touch. I don't know nobody's number. I don't know anybody's number. If I didn't put names to any of these numbers, I wouldn't know who I'm calling.
You know, brother, I used to go back and forth with my woman, and I did it for a reason. I told her, and she's like, I don't know why. She's like, you act like you don't want to store my damn number in your phone and shit. I said, I need to memorize your damn number. Every time you call, I need to see that number until I know that motherfucker and shit. Just in case anything happened and shit, I would know that joint. You know what I'm saying? I get jammed up and got one call up in that motherfucker and shit. I can know that number and shit. I don't want to look at that and see babes. And that's all I remember is babes.
That's why, precisely why I made sure I remember my wife's number.
Yep. So I know my wife's, and I know my mom and all three of my children. I know all of their numbers. I got it memorized.
Nah, bro, you stuck, bro.
So
Cop ain't gonna go look in your phone for you. Not gonna do that, brother.
right.
You know, if we all just say, you know what, that's my brother or that's my sister, and I'm gonna treat he or her like I want to be treated, and I'm gonna want for that brother or that sister what I want for myself. That means, whatever I want for myself, that is, that's, not bad, but good. And then when you see your brother doing something that's benefiting him or your sister benefiting her, you cheer them on. You congratulate them. You just, say, you know what? That's good, but I would love to see you do better. That's good what you have, but I would love to see you have more. That's how I'm gonna live. That's it. That's me. You got a Benz, okay? You know what? I wish my brother can get a Rolls Royce. That's me, bro. That's on the material level. You know what I'm saying? He got a house. You know what? Hoping one day he will upgrade. That's it.
Right.
His house is nice, but you know what? I wish my brother can have a damn castle. That's it. Want for my brother what I want for myself, because I would love to have a castle. So I would want you to have one too. Right next door, brother.
And to be like I said, that's one thing that I did. I will never take away from what I had learned through the scripture, is that it does, if the people apply, because I know with me and my brothers and my sisters, their wives and mines and all that, man, like we had a real like brother and sisterhood thing going on for real, and it was all established.
Yes, sir.
Through the law, like we studied the law, so we knew. I mean, it was already in us to not be shiesty individuals anyway, but we understood why the law forbids certain things.
Yes.
We understood that. And we understood
the best part, brother. Just the best part. The understanding. That's the best part, bro.
Yeah, and we understood how it always like gave us the understanding to be there for one another through it all.
Yes.
Through it all, be there for one another and shit. Your brother need your shoulder to lean on. You need an ear to fucking cry in.
Exactly.
Be there for him. Figure out some way to comfort your brother and shit. Don't you ever see your brother or your sister and shit at a low when there's something that you can do about it.
Yep.
And and stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely brought about real love in a real brotherhood and sisterhood thing. And that's something I will never take away from that. For real.
Absolutely correct, bro. Correct. But I was involved in an organization that it didn't even consist of any type of faith. We told people to leave that in your privacy. But we wanted to come together with brothers, no matter what their faith was, and handle business as brothers and sisters. And that's what I'm on. I don't care what a brother or sister faith is. Look, if we see something need to be done, let's do it. If you pray to Allah, you pray to whoever, you can pray to a damn cabbage if you want. As long as when we come together, we handle our business.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that one, bro. Because the business was most important, man.
Exactly. And us being brothers and sisters is more important than anything. That's more important than getting you to believe what I believe as far as a faith or religion. That's being your brother is more important to me. Not trying to, you what we call fish you into into a religion. Because a lot of people don't want nothing to do with that. So the best thing to do, okay, if you want that brother as your brother, is go to him as one.
Mm.
That's it.
Mm.
But when we start arguing because somebody's saying somebody correct, or somebody not doing this correct or that correct, that causes division. And I'm not going to be involved with anything that causes division. I'm not. And that's one thing that I notice about brothers in the nation. They don't care about that either. They don't care about that. As far as what your faith is, they don't care about that. That's why so many churches invite the minister to speak at their church, because he like, look, I was told to get all my people, regardless.
Mm.
If we're gonna get all our people, we gotta leave that alone and get them. Do what needs to be done, say what needs to be said, and do what needs to be done to get them. Because once you start going into, telling people what faith they should be in and how to believe and this, you're gonna lose them. The business at hand and what we should be doing as a people. That's how we should approach our people. That's the only way we're gonna come up as a people. Thing, brother, pardon me.
You got it, bro.
I'll be there.
I mean, overall, when you talk about the righteous thing to do, when you look at society, that's what I'm saying. Like it shouldn't be have to be read in a book on how to do righteously towards your next brother and sister. It shouldn't have to be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, sir.
We should be able to look at our condition we in, examine and identify who the enemy is, and just on that alone.
That's what I don't understand.
Just made a move accordingly.
That's why I don't understand, brother. We have a open and consistent enemy. They're open and consistent, and we have time to go at each other about anything. We shouldn't be going at each other about nothing. It should be all business or what we're going to do to rid ourselves of this enemy, foreign and domestic.
And then we settle all of our affairs afterwards.
Exactly. Foreign and domestic. See, look, brother, my introduction to any kind of faith on a serious level, brother, was the Nation of Islam. Prior to that, brother, I didn't have any type of religion because my parents just taught us right from wrong. Respect everybody. I better not hear you disrespecting an elder, or, you know what I'm saying? And
right.
I don't want you doing this. I don't want you doing that. I catch you doing this. Had a strong pops who would put his foot up your ass. He catch you wrong. and a mother who had fast hands too. And that's it, bro. Just taught us right from wrong. Didn't take us to church. Or we dressed up and paraded around Easter and all that. And that shit ended like when I was probably about in the probably about 6th, 7th grade. And they just started teaching us and teaching us. They just got away from it. And they were probably doing that because of my grandmothers and my older aunts and everything. But they just got away from it. They just taught us right from wrong. That's it.
I concur.
We were sitting in nobody's church, bro. We was not.
Yeah, I concur. That was how my household came up as well. Like I heard a few things from family members, not more so, not really my mom's. It was more so my aunts, her sisters, and other elders that used to come around and stop past the house and stuff like that. But exactly head on what you said though, it was mainly what was right for wrong, and definitely not to be disrespecting elder. You get put in a child's place real fast.
Yeah, exactly. You couldn't even interject in a conversation, bro. You got that hand. Who's talking to you? Nobody talking to you.
It was no back talk, none of that. It just wasn't happening.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So
they just taught us, brother. It wasn't none of that, Bible thumping and I remember one time a neighbor came to my house. She was a neighbor. She was one of those, sanctified, avid churchgoers. And it was spooky to me, bro. They used to she used to come to the house, and she used to come down there and she used to, be putting oil all over people and speaking in tongue. And I didn't like it, brother. And one day she came back down there and she started blessing water, and everybody had their own individual glass of blessed water in the refrigerator. Mind you, it's 9 of us. My father was at work. It's summertime, so my mom worked for the Board of Education, so it was summertime, so we all home with her. And she coming out, she blessing all this water, brother. My father come home, he going straight to the fridge, man. You see all this water, you can't find nothing. He can't reach the milk, you can't reach nothing because all this damn water in there. So you called my mom and said, why do you just let her bless a damn gallon of water? Instead of blessing all these glasses. I can't reach nothing. I wasn't really into no religion, brother. Nah, wasn't into that, brother. But my introduction was the NOI, bro.
How old was you when you joined the NOI? Oh God,
I was still in my teens, bro.
God damn.
I was still in my teens, bro. I wasn't even 20 years old. I was still in my teens.
Damn.
Yep. I think I was probably like 18 or 19 years old. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got into it early.
It was early, but it was so much going on in my city when I got into it. It was like all out war in my city. Brothers getting beat up, they get caught on the wrong side of town. Brothers getting shot up and killed and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I had 3 younger brothers and an older brother. My older brother, he was, stationary. He was cool. He was out of town. But my 3 younger brothers was, they were my younger brothers. It was all out war. But that war was squashed by the Nation of Islam. That war was squashed. That war was squashed by the Nation of Islam. We brought everybody in who was involved together. And we talk to them and talk to them and talk to them. It's never been that ever since, bro. Ever since. This was like probably like 88, 89. It's been that long since we talked to them. And they've been squashed ever since. You know, people had a individual beef, personal beef, but as far as that going on, never again after we talked to them.
And you know, I was on the verge of I was reading and searching a whole lot of shit when I had got locked up and shit, man. I was on the verge of becoming a Muslim, and I ended up choosing the Israelite faith, and it was specifically because my celly was always in there talking that shit, and the whole time I thought he was a Muslim because he kept calling me Ak.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, Ak, you gotta do this and say, Ak, you can't do it like that. You know, every night the shit we in there because you know when we out in the day room and shit, I'm pondering all fucking with the niggas that I had knew from that was, you know, around my neighborhood and shit that had been up in there for a little bit. But when I got back to the cell and hear him talking and he praying every night, and he, you know, every time he addressed me, it's always Ox. I was like, you know what I'm saying? One day I got to holler at him and shit, you know, ask him what he was getting into. You know what it was? I had started reading the autobiography of Malcolm X. I started reading that. And that's what made me start to engage in conversations with him more at night and shit. So we started like building at night. Me and him up all night talking about history and what we done read in the scriptures and stuff like that. But yeah, I was on the verge of seeking Islam because I knew a lot of brothers was becoming Muslims. And so I was curious to know, was that the true God or was that you know, I was into it. And that's what made me start reading Malcolm X. And yeah, and dealing with him, and he started walking me through that Bible. And once we read Deuteronomy, it was a wrap. he had won me over with the book of Deuteronomy. He won me over.
I hear you, brother. But you know what, though, brother? I've always gotten along, regardless of what. I've always gotten along with everybody. Because of those two things I told you about. Wanting for your brother what you want for yourself and then do it on to others. That's always been how I carried it. Because when I seen a brother, that's what I see him as, unless he showed me otherwise, as far as like on a personal level. But when I see a brother, that's what I see them as. A brother. Because that's how I was taught. That's your brother, that's your brother, that's your brother. And it wasn't about any religion or nothing. It was about, okay, this, you know, we're supposed to, you know, care for each other and take care of each other and look out for one another. That's how I was taught. That is what was demonstrated, you know, to me growing up. We're supposed to look out for each other. You know, I had my martial arts instructor. He looked out for everybody in the projects we grew up in. He looked out for everybody. Both of my martial arts instructors, they looked out for everybody. This dude, my first martial arts instructor, looked out for everybody. But my second one, he went around New Jersey and all over the place, just spreading love to everybody. He was in my city, went to Plainfield, went to Newark, went to all these cities, opening up schools, and just teaching people scripture, teaching people martial arts. Just went around the world, went around the cities in the state of New Jersey, just teaching people. One day I looked on Sunday Channel. He was on there. I was like, oh shit. The Infudishi, he calls himself Infudishi now. That was one of my martial arts instructors back when I was younger.
I remember you told me that, man. I said, man, damn, I would have never known. And I know who Infodici is. You know, I used to listen to Sarnetta a lot when I was on house arrest. That was when I got out of the jail. I was on house arrest for a year.
Infodishi's a good brother. He called himself back then. He was Hassan, brother Hassan, back then. Hassan Ali, back then. And
I didn't meet him, but I learned about him watching Sarnetta and him giving his breakdowns on the Metronetta and, you know, that Kemet stuff, you know, all of that. But I would have never known that he was skilled in martial arts until you told me that.
Oh, bro. Whew, nasty, man. I'm telling
you. Yeah.
Nasty.
I would never known.
That's my second martial arts instructor, Infodishi. And he school teacher too. He had his own school in Trenton. How I found out it was crazy because got a phone call to do went out there to do a camera job and an alarm job, put cameras and alarm in the school. I get there, it's him. I'm like, oh, it's him. It was him. I didn't even know it was him until we got there. He had a bookstore. He had a book. He had all that stuff in one thing. He had a bookstore and the dojo all in one. Sharp brother too. Very giving brother. Very giving brother. I used to see him everywhere. I'd be all in Chicago. You'll see him out there in Chicago. Like, what are you doing out here? Be everywhere. He'll walk up to you, peace, brother. Good brother. He was one of the ones who taught me, it's all about us being brothers and looking out for each other and taking care of each other. That's more important than anything that we can, read out of a book. And what's crazy about that, a lot of people from 2,000 years and 1,400 years ago, it's really not verifiable, brother. But you're going to ignore the brother standing in front of you. To me, that don't make no sense. You're going to ignore this brother standing in front of you, but you're going to verify somebody that you can't even verify that ever existed. You can't even verify these people, but you're going to ignore and disrespect the brother standing right in front of you. Nah, bro, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me, bro.
Man. So I think you kind of like, I would say you wrapped it up with what righteousness really is. It's you looking out for your people. That's righteousness.
Yeah, exactly.
You having your brother and your sister always in your best interest.
Exactly. Having your people in there. You know what? I like that too, brother. Add that on, brother. I'm gonna add that on right now to my repertoire. Having my brothers and my sisters in my best interest. Doing unto others as I would have. Doing unto others is with everybody. You know what I'm saying? The do unto others part is with everybody in totality. But wanting for your brother what you want for yourself, that's kind of exclusive. You know what I'm saying? But do on to others if you have them do on to you. Wanting for your brother what you want for yourself, and you add the sisters too, because you can't exclude the sisters because we wouldn't be here without them. Wouldn't be here. If anybody here who came, came here, without coming through a woman, I don't know. I don't know how you did that. And then having your brothers and sisters' best interests in mind. I like that. That's righteous. You can't get more righteous than that.
Because I know the way I feel about people trying to establish it or teach someone what righteousness is through the what they call the ancient text. You know, they like to call it the ancient text. Well, you know, when they try to teach it through that, it's always some type of pushback or backlash because someone been taught a whole different perspective. So it's like, where does that lead us? You know what I'm saying? It kind of like solidifies what you just said. You know, like that shouldn't even be the most important thing because we dealing with real time. We dealing with our generation. We living in the now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, sir.
Your brothers and your sisters and your community, your neighborhood, you know, your people that's existing with you in the now should be in your best interest.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So I kind of get it though. You know, like I'd have been around long enough, especially in the, you know, dealing with the conscious community. Like they say, the open-minded, the free thinkers, you know, people with all different kinds of thought processes, trains of thought, perspective on the world and life and what it appears to be. With the, you know, all that comes with it. I've been around long enough to know that some of that stuff is just, it's never going to die off. In my opinion, I don't think it's going to die off. So like, and what I mean is I don't think that you're going to get, I think that people was going to always believe in Christianity. I think people was going to always believe in Islam. I think people are going to always believe in Buddhism and all the rest of it.
That's true.
I just don't think it's just not going to cease to exist. That's just me. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel about it. So I think people need to move on. I think people need to get past that and like you said, be able to put that to the side and build with your brothers and sisters collectively to right the ship.
I agree, brother. People gonna always, you know, I don't have no problem with that. I don't have no problem with that, but you know, that's private. As long as you know, I'm not saying that you have to do it private, but what I'm saying is when it comes to us handling business as a people, we should separate that. It should be separate.
Right.
You know, like the brothers, you know, like the brother put on his ticker, leave the religion out of it, leave that at the door. That's what we should do. When we come together to handle business as a people, we should leave that. It should be, put your prayer rug down in your living room and pray there. Leave that private. When we come to handle business, we handle business.
And speaking of OG and shit, the same way OG, like his favorite slogan, like he was saying earlier, the church and the state and all of that should be separate, but they're not. You know, that's the way we supposed to carry it with business in your belief, business in your religion. You know what I'm saying? What's important for the people.
Because if we don't, brother, people are going to say we should do things based on their faith, and then it's going to cause division all over again. So leave that at home.
Yeah,
leave it at home.
And you know what's ironic about what you're saying, because the so-called enemy, I can't even say the so-called. I was getting ready to say the so-called white man, but our open and consistent enemy on these on their businesses, and when they hiring people to come work and you know sustain their business for them, that's the order that they put in their contracts. Leave that shit at home.
Exactly.
Don't you bring that shit on the job. We handle business on the job. Leave that shit at home. We don't even want you to discuss it.
Exactly.
And it makes all the perfect sense in the world because like you just said, man, it's gonna forever be clear as day. People's personal beliefs, and when you try to factor that into how you see the world and you think everybody else should be, it's going to cause some problems. Yeah, so just leave it at home. Like you said, you want to pray, you want to do all that, let it be done at home. When we on the move and we get ready to establish these power moves, we don't need any of that.
Yeah.
We don't need that in the way at all. We're on business right now. We don't need none of that at all, right?
To the brothers, to answer the brothers' questions in the audience, in the chat, my brothers, I had over 10 bean pies, just in case you want to know, in my life. Over 10.
What the fuck?
I just want to answer the brother's question.
I mean, what you man? This nigga going off in the chat, man.
I had over 10 bean pies, okay? Just to let you know.
Bean pie.
My kill switch of T Wriggles is going in. At over 10, I know that much. In my life, I know that. You talking about 10 or 11 bean pies in my life? Oh, hell no.
Hey, man, shout out to T Wriggles and shit. Them niggas is stupid.
They crazy, bro. I can take a joke, though. Especially, you're supposed to be able to take a joke coming from your brother anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Them brothers in the chat wilding. Oh,
man. You're supposed to be able to take a joke coming from your brother. Those are my brothers, man. So they clowning. They in there acting up and shit.
Man. Hey, man, peace and salute, man.
You didn't hit right, brother. I said I had more than 10 T Wriggles, so you're wrong, brother. In my life? Come on, bro. In my life? Come on, bro. I had 2 last month.
Them niggas is wild talking about the bean pies in the chat, man. Wow.
The brothers is cutting up.
That brother's wild, man. That was a righteous joke.
Yeah, indeed. Now I ain't had that many kill switch. I know 1,500, bro. I ain't had that many in my lifetime. not that many, bro. I was damn sure wouldn't be able to throw no kick.
Yeah. Hey, I've never tasted a bean pie.
I just don't. I don't eat anybody's. I don't eat anybody's because everybody don't make them right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't make them right.
Never tasted no bean pie because I never really liked beans like that. See, I like there's a whole lot of shit I like now that I didn't like when I was young and shit. But yeah, I ain't never had
the very concept of a bean pie when I was growing up was like, what? Beans in a pie?
Right.
But when I tasted it, I was like, damn. I was like, damn, okay.
Oh shit.
It's like when you hear pot pie. When you eat the pot pie, I'm like, then when I seen that shit, vegetables in the pie, I'm like, nah, fruit's supposed to be in the pie, not no damn vegetables.
You from the motherfucking hood and shit, you eating pot pies.
Bro, I never liked them, brother. Everybody in my family liked them. I didn't like them. Vegetable in the pie? Nah, bro, that shit ain't right, bro.
Used to fuck them pot pies up when I was a child, bro.
Sweet peas and carrots and turkey and all that stuff in the pie, bro. Nah, that shit ain't right to me, bro. That shit wasn't right to me, bro. That shit wasn't right, bro. That wasn't right, bro. I'm like, yo, there's fruit supposed to be in the pie. I had vegetables. I had on sweet potato pie. I had like all kind of different pies. But when I put my fork into that damn pot pie, I saw a green bean, brother. Hell no. I can't eat this.
Man, in the hood back in the day, bro, I remember elementary school, man, that used to be one of the first things I understood or learned that I can cook real fast and shit. The pot pies, the fuck them up.
I tell you, it sounded like it tasted good, but when I put my fork into that and pulled out green beans from turkey, I was like, nah. Chicken, I mean that chicken pot pie. I'm like, nah. Nah, this ain't right.
That was back in the day when moms and them used to go up in the used to be the little meat joint that closed down. Everybody, Murray's used to go up in Murray's.
I remember Murray's. They had them up here.
Bring them up. Yeah.
They had them up here, Murray's.
Shit, fucking Murray's and shit, and pot pies and oodles and noodles, and peanut butter and jelly.
Yo, bro, shoot, peanut butter and jellies always work, bro. If all failed, brother, peanut butter and jelly will work. If everything failed, you can do that, bro.
Oh shit! God damn.
Yeah, big facts, Marco Power. Navy beans, bro. You make some bean soup with that, bro. Don't forget the bean soup, being that y'all want to crack T Wriggles and kill Switch. Don't forget the bean soup now.
I only used to like baked beans back in the day, and of course, when I was young, yeah, I'm from the hood. My mom used to give us the hot dogs and pork and beans back in the day. Shit, I don't know if that was. Oh man, fucking hot dogs and pork and beans and shit, bro, with the fucking fat floating around in the damn can of the pork and beans.
Brother Kill Switch, you can only make I don't know what everybody else do, brother, but Kill Switch, you can only use navy beans to make bean pie. I hope nobody tried to do it with any other beans.
Oh, that's what's in the bean pie, the navy beans?
Yeah, it's navy beans.
I only like baked beans when I was young. I guess because they were sweet. Yeah. Baked beans. I used to fuck them up and shit, though. But the fucking hot dogs and pork and beans and shit, though, yeah. That shit was a fucking quick go-to and shit any other night on the week. Shit back in the day when I was a child and shit. Used to eat hard back in the day and shit, man. That was hard.
Big old slab of damn pork in your damn beans, brother.
Hell yeah. Used to have that fucking big, whatever the fuck that was. That's every time you crack, but because the beans we used to get and shit, you had to use the can opener to open them up, cause up and shit. And you peel that thing back and shit, man. And that first thing popping at the top of that big white or yellow thing. That shit is like a piece of some butter or something in that motherfucker. Like the fuck is that? Fucking fat or some shit like that. That is that. Fucking pork fat in the middle of the damn beans and shit,
yep.
Man.
Had us eating crazy, brother. But you know what? Growing up, even before I even, became Muslim, my mother stopped feeding us that, bro. Just stop feeding us. All of a sudden, she stopped feeding us pork, stopped feeding us all that shit, bro. She stopped eating.
My family till to this day still eat all of that shit. I stopped eating that shit on my own when I became an Israelite. The laws of the Bible is when I first even thought about or changed my diet, when I became an Israelite and shit.
Well, I stopped eating pork before I became a Muslim, but I stopped eating it.
Yeah, I was eating that shit all the way up until like one of my favorite foods would be like a fucking meat lovers pizza and and fried shrimp basket from the fucking curry out and shit. 21.
I remember that. I remember
21
that.
shrimp box. That 21 shrimp box from the carry out and shit. Man, I used to fuck that shit up too damn much back in the day. I never really was no. I mean, I ain't gonna. Yeah, pork chop. Whenever my pizza and them cooked it, I would have ate that shit. But I was more of like a spare rib type nigga and shit. Spare ribs and all that types of shit. But yeah, I didn't think about stop eating none of that until I had became an Israelite, started believing in the Bible. And I was believing where it said, you shall not eat this because it shall be an abomination to you. So I stopped eating that.
T. Wriggles, I apologize to you, brother, but bacon is pork. Bacon is pork, brother.
Fucking swine back.
That's what bacon, brother, is pork.
Strips of that swine back.
I don't care how you put it next to your eggs, brother. It's pork. Get that turkey bacon. But people say it's dry, but get it. I know I make it.
And sometimes that shit used to be rubbery as shit, depending on what brand you got. That shit was rubbery as shit. I used to do the beef bacon and shit when I was eating meat. I used to do the beef bacon. When I stopped eating swine, I basically converted everything over to beef and chicken and shit. So I would get like chicken sausages and beef sausages and beef bacons and shit like that instead of just everything instead of the pork and shit. That was in the beginning of me becoming an Israelite and shit, trying to apply the laws to myself to become righteous, servant of the Most High.
Nah, brother, kill switch. I don't eat calamari. My brother love that shit though. Calamari, I can't eat that.
I ain't never had that. I ain't never had that meat.
Especially when I found out it was octopus. I don't eat that.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Ain't that the damn squid or some shit like that?
Squid, one of them. Squid, octopus, one of them. They the same family though. One of them. I don't eat that stuff. So shit, a whole lot. I don't eat shit.
Man, shit, I remember I used to eat horrible as a child and shit. Man, I ain't even want to drink water as a child. All I wanted was Kool-Aid and peach, Rock Creek or neat. What was it? Rock Creek, and it was another brand back in the day. Either the peach or pineapple soda or some shit like that, man.
That knee-high.
Knee-high, yep, the knee-high back in the day.
Knee-high exactly what you're talking about, bro. I know exactly what you're talking about. That knee-high.
That knee-high peach soda was the shit back in the day.
Anything knee-high made, brother. The grape, the red one, the orange one, the pineapple one, anything they made, brother. Back then.
Man, I fucking Kool-Aid. I used to fucking mix certain flavors and shit together and shit, man. Oh, man, I was addicted to that shit. It was fucking crazy. I think back on the shit. I was addicted to that shit.
Yeah, that shit's addictive. That shit's poison, bro. Tastes good, though, didn't it?
Like, damn. I remember it was a few years ago and shit. I want to say a few years ago. I can't remember where I was, brother. No, I can't remember where I was. I was over somebody's house. Somebody went and visited somebody. It was over somebody's house. Had some Kool-Aid. Like, you want some Kool-Aid? I'm like, man, god damn, I ain't seen no Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that they still sell Kool-Aid. That's how far I've been out the game. Like, damn, I didn't even know they still sell that shit.
I love that. I love the aloe waters, brother. I love aloe water, brother.
Oh, shit.
You ever have aloe water? The aloe vera water?
I think I had one of them before.
Aloe vera water is good. I love it. I don't care if I don't drink nothing else but aloe water. It's regular water.
Yeah, I think I had a flavored aloe vera water before.
I like the regular plain aloe vera. I mean, I'll accept the pineapple or the other one, but the plain one is my favorite one. The plain one. It's my joint. Yeah, I love root beer too. My brother JJ. I'm gonna be real with you. I love root beer.
Hell yeah, I fuck with the root beer too.
Love root beer.
Hmm.
Sometimes I gotta sneak and get that stuff because my wife be trying to, have me eat healthier and stuff, and I'll be like, if she, I don't care where I'm at, look and see if she around. I don't care where I'm at. She's like, pop out of somewhere, catch me eating something on for me. Put them chips down.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing I used to eat back in the day. I know a lot of us, me, my dad, and my whole family, some of them still do eat that shit. Them damn steakums.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you something. The Murray's van, the Murray's brand. Remember, they used to have Murray's. They used to have their own brand of them steakums, bro. They used to buy them damn things so much, brother.
The Murray steakums.
Yeah, the Murray steakums, brother. They used to come real, a big ass pack, brother.
Yes, sir. I remember that shit, bro. Seasoning motherfuckers and shit back in the day, bro. God damn this shit. I remember all that.
Cheap ass meat, not good for you and shit. The cheap ass meat they had.
Oh, ain't no telling what the fuck that shit was back.
Yeah, I was just watching a commercial yesterday, and it's about Impossible meat and shit.
Mm.
And I'm like, we gotta be careful with that.
Yes, sir.
Gotta be real careful with that, and they have to be specific of what that stuff is, brother, because it's a scientist in China that's taking the protein from human feces and making meat out of it from human feces. So first thing I thought of when I saw that Impossible burgers and hot dogs and stuff, they don't tell them where that shit came from. They don't tell them what it came from. They saying Impossible, and I'm like, yo, Impossible, are they saying plant-based? You know what I'm saying? If they're not saying plant-based, they don't tell them what it is. And they can be lying about the plant-based. My critical thinking is when they're making a product, this is how some deceptive some of these people are. They'll put, halal, or they'll put kosher on the packaging. My critical thinking is they'll just stop production. Now they'll just change the packaging. They put the same thing in different packaging. I don't put that past people, bro.
Right.
I don't put that past capitalists. People who trying to make some money. I don't put that past people just trying to make some money. I don't. Just because just because it says it's halal or it's kosher, that doesn't necessarily mean it is. You better pick that shit up and read them ingredients and get on your phone. It drives my wife crazy. I'm on the phone saying, what is that? And I'm looking up what is, those scientific names and stuff. I'll look that stuff up. So what is this? And they'll tell you what it is. Because all that don't belong in no damn cookie or no cake. All the different crazy looking names. I look stuff up. Because if it's spring water, only ingredient supposed to be water, right?
Exactly.
If you see anything else besides that, there ain't no damn spring water. Right.
It's spring water with some extra shit in it.
I think we hit our mark, brother.
Yeah, this is the grand one. I do know that whatever they put in that damn impossible meat and them plant-based so-called meats is boosting the damn salt and sodium up.
Yeah.
The sodium and salt levels in that shit is outrageous.
Yes.
So yeah, it's highly not good. Oh yeah. But yeah, this is a grand one though, bro. Indeed so.
I agree with that, Marco Power. If you can't pronounce it, don't eat it.
Facts.
You pronounce that shit, don't eat it, bro. Joe's be having too many damn syllables, bro.
Real shit.
All that in a damn cupcake, bro. Why can't they have like those preservatives, the shelf life stuff? That stuff not good for you. All that stuff that keeps stuff, you got cookies on a shelf for like 2 months. Something in there that's keeping that from spoiling.
Yes, sir.
Something
Everything that's going there on the shelf got some type of additive in it. Damn near everything.
Yeah, because it's man is greedy. The capitalist is greedy. Their shelf life is what's important to them. They're greedy. Quentin Emerson, what's up, brother? Peace.
Peace to the brother Quentin Emerson.
It's they're greedy, so they'll put stuff. They even doing it with their fruits and stuff now. You know what I'm saying? So painting the meat and stuff, putting red dyes and stuff to make the meats look. I don't eat the stuff, so it don't matter to me. But anybody who does, they put in dyes and food colorings and meats to make it look like it's fresh. They do it, and they doing that with like watermelons, and they doing that with all kind of stuff. So we need to really watch that stuff when we go into these so-called grocery stores. These really, to me, merchants of death. That's what it is.
Definitely agree.
I enjoyed this, brother. I knew it would be exactly what it became. Thanks to T. Wriggles and Kill Switch crazy ass for making me laugh this evening.
With the righteous joke.
They out there cutting up, bro.
Righteous joke. See, brother, that's gonna forever be a fucking a cliche joke that's attached to the Nation of Islam.
Yeah, Kill Switch said, "I'll have you eating bean pies in no time." Yeah, the chat cutting up.
Yeah. God damn.
Nah, my intentions of making the brother my brother. If I say, brother, try this, try it, and he like it, he good. But don't try any bean pie, brother, because any bean pie not good. I'm telling you.
You got to get you a righteous one. You got to make sure it's halal.
Yeah, some people be trying to use pinto beans and shit. Black eyed peas in a bean pie.
I want a bean pie with some baked beans in that motherfucker. Put some molasses in my shit. Put some black dark root molasses in my shit.
I know they got, and do they use molasses? I don't know they use molasses. I have the recipe. I have the recipe.
Yeah, I know. That's what my grandmother and my mom used to see. I used to watch them whip up them baked beans, especially for like them Thanksgiving back in the day, and them cookouts and all that types of shit, family reunions and get-togethers. See them with them black strap molasses over there for them beans. I couldn't wait to get up. I used to eat them deviled eggs, all that shit back in the day, bro.
I mean, yeah, oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, it's the cookout, bro. They make them baked beans, brother. They got all that stuff on the grill, bro. You can't wait till that shit done.
What? Back in the day, man, goddamn. Fucking all the different salads and shit, seafood salads, potato salads, and man, all
Macaroni,
kinds
can't
of
forget that.
salads. Man, that shit used to be wild as a motherfucker. God damn. If I was to eat some of that shit nowadays, probably crush my ass.
It'll drop you. It'll drop you, bro.
It'd be the business.
That shit'll drop you. You running around as a child, brother. You drinking all them down. You drinking all them different kind of sodas that's out the cooler. Then you eating that food, brother.
Man. And that's like a concurrent thing and shit, man. It's getting ready to start going down now. It's getting hot. It's about to start going down.
Brother, on Monday. That's the unofficial start of summer, brother. Monday.
Yeah.
Memorial Day.
Damn.
That's the unofficial start of summer. Memorial Day. Radio gonna be popping. Radio gonna be popping all weekend. Watch. Celebrate.
Pools about to open up and shit. Them damn kids getting ready to start running wild. They start running wild. Yeah.
Yes, sir, brother. Well, this has been a grand one, brother. We hit the 2-hour mark. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed, building with you as always. We always have good builds. And I appreciate the brothers and the sisters coming out and joining us this evening.
Likewise, brother. Always a pleasure to jump up here and do this with you.
Yes, sir.
This is a good idea I thought about when you hit me earlier and you said you've been thinking about this. And I said, yeah, I think it'll be great. Yeah, it turned out great. And yeah, man, peace. Grand wants to do much respect and love to you and your family, man, your kindred around you.
Honor, love, and respect to you and your family, brother. As always, to my brothers in the chat, salute to you. Salute to you. I'm gonna sing Kill Switch the bean pie recipe. I'm gonna hook the brother with the bean pie recipe. I'm gonna hook him up with it. Have him out there, put the brother up, get him a uniform, put him on a uniform.
And we're gonna get him a couple batches of incense too and shit, the frankincense and myrrh.
Get him
some myrrh.
Some myrrh, you know what I'm saying? Some incense, hook them up.
Do a righteous deed for our brother. Do a righteous deed.
Gotta get him a starter kit, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get my brother Kill Switch a starter kit. Hook him up.
Yeah. That brother running through here with them bean pies and that myrrh.
Say, eat good and smell good, brother. You know what I mean? Eat good and smell good. Tell the brother.
I'm out, man. You okay?
Yes, sir, brother. Salute to you, brother. Peace. Salute to the family. Thank you all for joining us this evening. This is your brother Nasir, my brother Talk Your Talk Media, Greedy Vegan, and this is the Enemy's Public. Peace.